Hello people that in the house are doing today with the Q&A. Look at this, we're back in the Owen spot. It's a long time since we're back here, we're usually over the other side of the room. But we're here. So a lot of people like the move house. No, I'm just back in my usual spot where I used to be back in the day. Actually only a few months ago. But anyway, let's get to it. So first question is how do I handle my how do I fed my stress, or how do I handle my stress, in other words. So how I would handle my stress is the first thing I always talk about. If something that's on my mind, I always usually either make a video about it, or usually I make a video and I talk about it. That's basically how I would handle my stress. I wouldn't keep it in. As simple as I wouldn't keep it in. I talk about it. I wouldn't say, I wouldn't just keep it brush it aside and say everything's fine, everything's happy dory, everything's in Jamaica. I wouldn't be like that. Like the time in February, I had to take a week. I had to take a week of break because I was depressed and upset about obviously, not succeeding in my love life. I don't know is that the right word to use, but not having a broken heart. I think that's the best way in the sky. I think that's the best way without dilly dallying with this political correctness. And that's just straight out. I said it straight that obviously I knew I was depressed. I knew. I was in a very, very dark place, and I was very stressful. Honest to God, I was extremely stressful. Very, very stressful. Especially you see me taking off tidy towns. This was in normal times. That means there's something definitely wrong. Because out of 5 years, I never took off tidy towns for any kind of issue. No matter if I was dying, if I had my leg falling off me, I would still try and get outside to do a bit of tidy towns. But I didn't go out. I didn't have the strength to go out. I didn't have the courage to go out and do anything. So yeah, I just say it. I just say it straight away. I just talk about it, and I say it to people and I talk about it because talking about it makes it better. For me, it does make it better talking about it. It kind of reassures me. I know that's a long answer, but it's better to talk about it because if you let the stress build inside of you, it's going to explode. It's the same as a boiler. If you don't release steam every so often, it's going to blow up eventually because the steam will build up and it just blow up. It just blow up. I don't know. It probably made no sense there, but anyway. Top of the morning. But yeah, I hope that made sense. So next question's from LJ. What sort of alcohol do you drink? I don't drink any alcohol, and you might find that hard to believe from a young person, but I honestly don't. I couldn't care about alcohol. Too expensive. People can't afford alcohol, but no, I'm just I'm not into alcohol. I just couldn't be bothered. I have better things to be doing than drinking alcohol. And you always have to be sober, and you always have to be ready for whatever comes your way, and that's the way I kind of look in life. You can't be drunk, and because you have to be ready for anything to happen. Like anything could happen, and you have to be always ready to react. And if you're drunk, obviously you can't react. You might be falling around the place. But I don't drink alcohol. And that's honestly the truth. I don't drink any alcohol at all. I honestly never drank a drop of alcohol in my life. I never smoked, and I'm happy that I never smoked, and I'm happy that I never drank. Because I think I'm more healthier. Because I never drank and I never smoked. A lot of my people, my peers in school, would be very big smokers and probably very big drinkers. Some of them, and that's fair enough. Whatever they want to be, whatever satisfies them, I suppose, and whatever they what to do. But for me, it's not really I couldn't care about the money. It's honest. It's just simple as that. I rather my health than put my health in jeopardy for smoking or drinking. A walk is better, and doing tidy towns and things like that is a lot better to me than drinking or smoking, because that's to me is just for me it's just I'm saying to myself it's no point. There's simply no point for me to get involved in that crack. But I'm saying to people please try and get out of alcohol and smoking. You live a healthier life and live a lot better of a life, and I hear this oftentimes. If you leave money aside, say you buy a drink, say you buy a few drinks in the pub, a pint or two a week in the pub, and you say you took off for 4 or 5 weeks, you have a good lot of money at the end of the week saved up. You could nearly go on a holiday. You can go on a small holiday. But you have a good lot of money saved up, and that's the truth. And same with smoking. The box of cigarettes is absolutely mad. Like I know 3 or 4 people that buy 6 boxes a week, and you add it up a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, a year. My God. Like this is coming from a cabin man, but it would be a huge man. I don't know why I'm going on. Sorry that went on. That's a huge answer. But I honestly don't drink, and that's as simple as that. I don't drink at all. Never. I know people probably find that very hard to believe from young people, but I'm honestly telling the truth. I never drank in my life, and a lot of my friends would say the same because I'm probably the only one out of the majority of them that ever took a sip. They would say straight away that I never drunk in front of them. I never drank anywhere. As simple as I might as well say straight. And I wouldn't be lying. If I did, I would say it straight, but I didn't. I never did. And I never will. I mean, as long as I live, I'll try my hardest. Unless I'm absolutely hugely depressed and nobody. I lived through so much in my life and I never turned to drinking, never turned to smoking. I always found other ways of doing things like tidy towns for getting involved in the local community, local politics, things like that. But anyway, Daniel Sheridan's asked, how many foreign countries have you been to? You might not believe this, but I've only been to the UK, really. What I mean by the UK up north, I only went up twice. Would you believe I live in Border County and I only went up to Northern Ireland twice. I only went to Liskin once. I was only there for an hour. I was like, I don't want to stay here. This is not Cavan. Bye bye. Back home. And then I went up to the Marble Arch Caves outside on the Cavan border. So that's technically in Fermanagh. I never went to the UK, the island of the UK. Never went anywhere else. The only country really, and just FYI, the only country I would ever want to go to was Finland. If I ever get the chance, I will probably ponder over there for a week or two. But I'm not really, and I don't really care for travelling. I'd rather stay in my own country and podding around Ireland. There's enough scenery and there's enough things to do in Ireland without going off to Timbuktu. Timbuktu. No, but seriously, I understand why people travel. It's nice to travel. I do find it when I'm travelling around Ireland. It's nice to travel. It's nice to see different places. It's nice to experience different climates and different experience above all. But for me, it's just I'd rather stay in Ireland. Simple as that. My heart's in Ireland, and I don't particularly want to go anywhere except Finland. As I said, I would like to go to Finland, see Finland. But that's really about it. No big ambitions to go anywhere. So yeah, that's really my. I only went as far as Northern Ireland, so I can say when I go on, I probably would never will go anywhere else. There's no need for me to go anywhere else except unless to go to Finland. But anyway. So Jack Donnelly asks, what's your view on the Leaving Cert? Should there be predicted grades or later date January exams? So I think the predicted grades, and that's straight away I'm going to say to you, predicted grades would be better. Because we don't know. Simple that we don't know when we'll be able to do it. We don't know if it's safe to do it. And I don't think putting young people's lives at risk is going to look well if they do that. If they do that to the Department of Education, and there's no sense in them, but then there never was any sense in the Department of Education anyway. But yeah, I think just predicted grades because it's enough, like another way to look at it. Too many young people are stressing over this and too many young people are worried about this, and there's enough worries and there's enough anxiety and depression in the world that add more worries onto people's lives. And I think just predicted grades to sort everything out. Predicted grades just get it sorted out. I know probably some people be saying it's unfair, because next year or the year next after that won't be getting such thing as that. But it'd be better. I think it's going to be better because it's very unpredicted. This is the first time in the long run. It never happened before for the junior sort or leaving sort. But I think it's fair. I think it's really, really fair. And I think it's really justified to stop people worrying about this leaving sort and especially leaving sort. I know a few people who messaged me in the last few days and have been talking to me about it because as I know what they're saying. They want to try it because they've done all the hard work. They've done all the exams. They've done all the preps over the last 2 years. And they were prepared for it. And they were some of them were hoping that they would because they learned a lot and they wanted to put it to the test. And they couldn't understand that. And then there's some that just couldn't care. But to be honest, I'd be more siding with the people who couldn't care, really. Because to me, it's just a piece of paper. There's a lot more to the junior. So when I say this to people, I send it to them too. There's a lot more to life than a piece of paper. You have skills, you have abilities, you have what you're interested in. That's more than a piece of paper. And a piece of paper at the end of the day, represents not you. You're your own individual person. You have your own skills, you have your own dislikes, likes. When your personality means a lot more than what a piece of paper means. Just what I think of it. I used to stress over when I was doing the junior sort, but at the end of the time when the junior sort came around, I was like, I couldn't get less. And let's get the right attitude. Whatever you do, you do, and if you do well, fair play to you. If you don't succeed, you can always your personality is a lot more important. At least in my opinion. I know a lot of people say you're wrong, But it does matter. Your personality does matter. Like, I know employers that would, like Sean Quinn, for example, down in Ballyconnell. Yeah, he would rather take somebody who was hard working and honest, than anybody who had 50 degrees and this, that, and the other. He'd take somebody that's honest and, truthful and works hard. And it's just a family man, and he just wants to provide for his family. He'd take them straight away. He wouldn't even look at the people who had 50 degrees. He'd just say, I take you straight away because you're the people I like. You're the type of person I like. You're the personality I like, in other words. And he said to the other person, sorry, you have all these degrees, but, you're not the type of person I'm looking for. Because, the people who have degrees sometimes have, very, how to put it, high and mighty, sometimes. At least in my opinion, because I remember meeting a law student and he had higher degree in law or something like that. And him kind of bragging about it, and me like, I couldn't give a damn if you like, fair play to you, first of all, fair play that you went through college and got it. But, bragging about it, that didn't really go well with me. That's the thing. Like, anybody who does well in college or anything like that, fair play to you. But, bragging about it, like, it's alright to give yourself credit and say, I done well. But going around bragging, making people, other people feel bad, that, they might never go to college or, and never get to that level, that's not nice now. But, it's nice to just say, I achieved something, but, pushing it into people's faces is not the best idea to do. But yeah, I went on the huge rant there for a second. But I don't think there's any more questions. As far as I know, at least hopefully I didn't miss any. But yeah, thank you for watching. Hopefully, if I missed any questions, please do tell me. Because sometimes I just forget even. Sometimes I just, like, I'm looking here and, like, I'm positive that I have all the questions. Like, sometimes, I miss, like, one time I did miss a question. And that always made me paranoid that I would miss another question. But if I did miss a question, say, how did that on Twitter? No, I don't think there's anything. No, I might. There's nothing there. Apart from a few. That's just messages, right? Questions, right? Very good, right? Yeah. So anybody have any more questions? Oh, if I missed any of your questions, please let me know. And please subscribe for more. And thank you for the support. And bye. Thank you.